negative experiences
made everything better. Opened a new door.
Made everything better, made my kids better, made me better, but now I get to help others.
Right.
And I'm giving such a huge gift. And so for me, that was, you know, all I needed. And at that point, I remember it was my purpose. Right. And it was a Tuesday morning, and I remember I was in my pajamas, and I had just had enough, and I fell to the floor. I had a full 2-year-old meltdown, and I realized, you know, this is my calling.
Pick up the pieces.
Pick up the pieces, move forward, get it together, get it done, and if I can make 1 minute, just 1 minute, in somebody else's life better, then I've done something amazing. Yeah.
And I guess with this whole experience also it made you find balance in your own life.
Yes.
And do a lot of things. So, you know, just all the readers, and I've been through my own share of things, is finding balance in your life is one of the most important things when you're having children, especially when you're dealing with the hustle and bustle. Some people don't have help. You know, my family lives out of town. So that's something that's really the biggest lesson. I think that a lot of people in life, no matter what age you are or what you're going through, is to find balance. So obviously, you know, you were discussing how you help people. I mean, so you help with the relationship and all the other things. And was that your inspiration? Was you falling rock bottom yourself?
Yes. Yeah.
And what's your life motto?
My life motto is you are empowered. Like Dorothy with her red shoes, all she had to do was click 3 times. We all have it within us. It's scary. Mm-hmm. It's very scary to acknowledge that there are problems. It's very scary to acknowledge that there are issues, because once we acknowledge them, they become real, and then we have to deal with them. Mm-hmm. But not dealing with them keeps us where we are. And being unhappy and frustrated and in a negative mode doesn't feel good.
Do you think that a lot of couples, I'm sure everybody's different, do you think that a lot of couples are, it's the problem is themselves, not the other person, but they're always pointing their finger at the other person when they're in relationships?
Absolutely. So, you know, when this comes up a lot of time in session, and we have to go back to the very beginning and remember, you know, all the wonderful positive things, why we got together with that person in the first place. The problem is life happens.
Right.
And often when life happens, it puts us into negative frames of mind and anger. And when we're in negative and when we're in anger, everything comes out negatively, and we get into this rut where all we're seeing is red and black, and I don't like you, and I hate you.
Harp on the same things
over and over, and you cannot see the forest for the trees. And so I always tell people, you have to start within you first.
Right.
And then we can talk about,
it's like you can't be in a relationship unless you're happy yourself.
Exactly.
But what are the things that most, I mean, you know, obviously our audience is a little bit younger of a demographic. What do you see mostly? I mean, obviously we know financial, you know, children, or obviously special needs could, you know, contribute. A lot of people, like I wanted to bring up, that are writing into our admins and writing to us and asking about sex, sexless marriage. I remember sitting in a baby group and all the moms saying, yeah, I have sex every day, and you know, I won't get into all the logistics of it, but you know, they're all sharing that they have the best sex lives ever. And I'm sitting there, and I was talking to my daughter, French teacher too, and I'm sitting there and saying, what are you talking about? Who's having sex that they just had a baby? You know, I have to wait 6 weeks after I had my kid, and I'm looking at it like it's been 2 months, and I just had my baby. Like, you know, is that normal for people not to be having sex when they have young babies and they just had them, or is that like really a problem?
I don't think anything is normal. I mean, what is normal? Normal is very unique.
Right.
It's you know, you're different and I'm different and he's different and he's different. So I think a lot of it depends on, you know, what you're going through emotionally and personally. Is there postpartum depression going on? Is there anxiety? Is there a body image issue? Are there actual issues in the marriage that have developed or crept up or now surfaced?
Or babies sleeping in your bed and never getting to have alone time.
That will do it for sure. Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, on the surface, you know, it may sound like that there's a quick fix and there's a quick answer I can offer, but really, you know, there's a lot going on.
That's why people go to see you, because they're such individual issues that people have.
That's right.
But do you think that a lot of people magnify the issues because they're unhappy in their life or different things that are throwing them off balance, and then they're pointing fingers at different things and it's not even a problem?
So when things are not going well in your life, everything is magnified.
Right.
And if it's not going well, then everything is magnified to the negative, right? And if things are going really well, then often things are over magnified. And sometimes even when things aren't going well, we wear masks.
Right.
And because we don't want to deal with the issues, and we want our public self to be seen as, yes, everything is fine, I'm having sex all the time, things are great, I love my husband, I love my kids, I love my dog, things are hunky-dory. But when we go home behind closed doors and we take the makeup off, things are
Right.
potentially perhaps not so good.